They call you dramatic. They say you are defiant. You are hard to deal with. You might have gotten into a lot of trouble as a child growing up, gotten a few suspensions under your belt, even maybe expulsion. As an adult, you might have lost a few jobs. It's hard for you to get along with your co-workers. You are angry, seemingly angry all the time. You have a short temper. You go scorch earth in seconds. If this is you, I'd like to have a talk with you. Come, let's sit down. This is the rebel archetype. And your reaction wasn't because you were being defiant. It was because you felt cornered. Your reaction came about because you were trying your very best not to disappear. The rebel is a child who learned from a very tender age that compliance comes at a very, very high cost. For the rebel, fitting in feels like losing the self, and obedience feels like self-erasure, total erasure of the identity. So they resist, they push back at everything, but they do it because that is their way of feeling safe. If you are a rebel, then you might have grown up in one of these environments, an environment where control was rigid. You had very strict parents. You had an environment where authority went unquestioned. It was their way or the highway, or no way at all. You grew up in an environment where emotional expressions were shut down. You weren't allowed to talk about your feelings. You spoke only when you were spoken to. You were a child after all, and you have to know your place, and that is where you stayed, in your lane, in your place. If you are a rebel, then you may have grown up in an environment where being you, your individuality, having choices, felt unsafe. And so you learned a simple rule that pushing back was the only way for you to survive, was the only way for you to preserve yourself and who you are. You see, your rebellion was not about chaos. It was about preserving and protecting yourself. And here's the thing. As a rebel, you are very different from the other archetypes. Let me explain. The rebel does not give a damn about fitting in. They don't care about belonging. The rebel is not performative. What you see is what you get. They don't resist so that others can like them. They resist to stay whole. And whereas the other archetypes softened themselves, the rebel hardened. And they won't change for anybody. So especially if you are in a relationship with a rebel, then you might need to consider other options, because the rebel oftentimes is avoidant. It's not that they don't love you. They love you. It's not that they don't want the closeness. They want closeness. But they fear being trapped. They fear being controlled. Like I've said to you before, the rebel is highly misunderstood. The rebel isn't anti-connection. The rebel is anti-self-erasure. They don't fear closeness. As I've said, they want all of that. They just really hate being controlled. The rebel is repulsed at the thought of being controlled. Very much so. One thing I want to note about the rebel though, underneath all that anger is a desire for them to be respected. Underneath all of that defiance is grief. Grief that is not acknowledged, grief that is not understood, because they themselves are so misunderstood. If you are a rebel, then as an adult, you have a strong or an adverse reaction to being told what to do. If you are an adult who identifies as a rebel, then you feel discomfort with rigid systems, with hierarchy. So those kinds of jobs will not do well with you or for you. If you are a rebel, then you have a strong need to do things your way. You want that choice. If you are an adult who identifies as a rebel, then you are angry and you feel anger more than you feel sadness. And there is a reason for that. If you are a rebel, then you might feel energized by your independence, but trapped by societal expectations, trapped even by your own expectations. If you are a rebel, you have friends, you have people in your corner who care about you, but having advice from those people, even though it is well-meaning, comes across as intrusive. Not because it is wrong or they are wrong for wanting to give you well-meaning advice, for wanting the best for you, but because from your side of the glass, the advice comes across or echoes a time in your life when you didn't have choice. And so that pisses you off, that irritates you, that comes across as them wanting to control you. If you are a rebel and you are ready to step into a new season, a season of healing, then I'd like for you to understand and know that healing doesn't mean that you have to become agreeable. If you are a rebel and you want to start healing, then healing means understanding that saying no doesn't mean you have to burn everything down. Healing also means learning that your boundaries don't have to be explosive. You don't need to use your boundaries as an explosion. Healing means understanding that autonomy, that choice, doesn't always have to come through opposition. You don't have to push back and resist and fight everything to feel like you have choice, to feel like you are able to make a decision. If you are a rebel, I see you. And what you need are space, choice, and agency for yourself. If this video has resonated with you, then I'd like for you to know that you are misunderstood. You aren't difficult to deal with. You are not defiant. Instead, you are protecting something very sacred. And that is something that cannot be tamed. Who you are at your core, at your roots, have made you into this unique and amazing individual. And nobody can take that away from you. Who you are cannot be erased. But no, it needs to be understood. I see you. I understand you. Take a deep breath. I'm here. And you can do this a step at a time. Compassion is everything. So despite everything that you have been through, and despite all that has been said, those words do not defy or define who you are. Only you have the power to do that. If you were here with me today, thank you. If you'd like to know more about archetypes, go ahead, click the link in my bio or the description. Grab my ebook. Until next time, walk good.